Alrighty, let's get started on this. I will confirm that I am live, and we will be reviewing and talking about Three-Fourths Home on the way there. This is my, this is actually not my first playthrough of this game. Um, if you could call it a game. But we'll get into that as we progress. All right, we are live, and we are good. Alrighty. So this is more of a visual adventure so far from what I've seen. It's less of a game and more of a, I guess you can say more of a story. Um, we're gonna see how short it is. As far as the visuals and art go, they definitely pop out. Now, I will say this: for achievement hunters, this game is definitely probably an easy completion. No achievement that you can't actually complete, as the game is very, 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 very short. On that note, I know that the game is on sale right now on Xbox Live for any who want to grab it. Again, like for anybody who wants to know, it's technically not a game. It's more of a story kind of adventure. So somewhat similar to a Telltale game, but just like one episode. For anybody who's wondering about the achievements, once again, they're actually very relatively easy. You could probably get them all in like an hour, maybe a little bit over an hour. But we'll get into that in a bit. Yep. All right, so it looks like the story takes place in Nebraska. All right, so the music is a nice little touch to it. So it's a text adventure. Guess you choose what options you want to tell. Okay. Mom's always concerned, no matter what age you are. Gotta be honest, it definitely lacks depth, but like I said, it's more of a visual adventure than it is a game. Achievement hunters are gonna have a freaking field day on this game. I'm guessing a good majority of them are just gonna skip the lines. Probably just go straight for the achievements. Once again, this game is on sale right now for all the gold holders. You know, I do wonder about these answers though, because it seems like, how are you supposed to know any of the rest of that story? There's no backstory there to fill in these answers, so you could technically just pick anything. There's definitely a story here, but it's lacking depth, I guess you can say. I will be naming the achievement pops for anybody who's wondering about those as well, and answering any questions they have about the game. Well, technically, visual adventure. I gotta really remember that. So I guess it's safe to assume that her dad's a hardcore drinker. Yeah, phantom pain. You always feel that lost limb. Anybody ever came in on a conversation on a phone or something, or they hear somebody in the background out in the open, and you just hear stuff? You don't try to listen, but you're hearing it, and you know what's going on, even though you try not to be nosy. I guess that's kind of the gist of what this game is trying to get at. You're listening to her conversation the whole time on the phone, it looks like. There definitely needs some backstory as to what the heck they're. I know that it's about the father and her being back home. Looks like she lost her job or something prior. Now she's living back with her parents. But if you don't know that she actually went to the interview or anything, it kind of doesn't make sense to answer if you don't know the answer. I guess it's one of those figure it out on yourself. Small towns with no jobs. I will be posting a review on my Twitter page for this, I guess, visual adventure, not a game. Haha. And I will be uploading to YouTube after I'm done streaming this as well. For anybody who wants to know, it's Dark Silence Reviews for both my Twitter and YouTube account. Feel free to subscribe, like, share, and follow. I would greatly appreciate it. So far we haven't had an achievement pop, but we'll see what happens in a few moments. And if everybody's wondering what kind of game this is, it's technically not a game, and yes, it is mostly talking. You hold the right trigger down to drive, but that's so far about it, unfortunately. For $3, it's not bad. Aside from a gamer standpoint of view, I will say it does feel a little bland and boring, but positive that if you get into the story enough, which I've already been so far, it just feels more like you're being nosy on their conversation. So. Yeah, I think you got the point that he's watching the news. Seems like her mom's that concerned that she's going to keep her on the phone until she gets home. Like any mother would, obviously, in this kind of situations. It's like now they're switching off onto what the brother does and giving it a little bit backstory. It just kind of makes you wonder a little bit more, though. I feel like this game is going to end with a lot of unanswered questions if you read through it all. Oh, what women talk about when there's little brothers involved. Cursed jars. I never had one of those growing up. I wonder if I'm pretty sure a lot of good families still do that. So we're 15 miles from home. Lot of driving in this game. Well, I keep messing up. Visual adventure. Dads who don't listen when they drink. Won't take lectures from nobody. Sounds like the storm's getting worse and worse the closer you get. Alright, looks like the background changed. Background check again. Changed again. Looks like she's gonna talk to the brother next. Alright, looks like she's passing the school now. So far, I think this is going to be the majority of the game. You start off 3/4 home, and you basically just hold the right trigger down, scroll through the text or whatever, the X button, and push A towards your answers. It doesn't give too much backstory, but enough to kind of make you want to know more. And I hope that it doesn't end abrupt, because the minute you get into some games, they just kind of end, and that just sucks. It leaves you very bitter. Swirly. I've never heard that saying tossed around before. Oh, the sirens are starting off. So I've never experienced a tornado siren before. I've actually never even seen one aside from on TV. So I would assume that they're very, very scary to deal with. Probably feel right at home out in Tornado Alley and everything with this game. It's not too far-fetched. There goes a windmill in the back. So it looks like the tornado's getting closer to her. Kind of makes you wonder if she'll make it home. Be a beautiful ending in a way. If she didn't, it would bring moral to the story, I guess. Or that's just me being morbid. Oh my god. Leave it to siblings to want your crap if you die. Water storage in the back. Everything just stops. Accidentally turned the radio off. Guess the brother's telling you parts of his book. Or whatever he was writing. So a lot of the songs haven't technically repeated yet, so they got a good set list there. Although none of it has words, it's mostly ambient. A lot of corn stalks out here. The sirens are starting to fade in the background. The beast did not stir. Her little brother wrote a graphic novel. Ridiculous. I feel something pulling on the car now. Yeah, it's the thunder. It's that powerful that it rumbles whenever it sounds in the background. There's a bird in the background now. I just think it's funny that everything stops, music and everything altogether, when you stop holding the right trigger. That was a very long conversation. Pitch black. Dang, 3 tornadoes at once. So the conversation cut up. Guess now you're switching onto the radio. Alright, there's our first achievement pot for 125. Completed the main story. Alright, we're hitting the epilogue now. So that was pretty short for the main story. Aside from just driving, it's a visual adventure. They could have put more story in there, but honestly, before you really get into the characters and everything, it just kinda ends. I really don't like when stories just kinda ended on a unknown note. Leaves you wondering with no answers. Looks like we're going to the epilogue now. The game mostly consists of reading through the lines and holding the right trigger down. So, I mean, there's not much to it. And it probably wouldn't be considered a game. It's more of a visual adventure, story-based kind of game. It's actually on sale right now. If you want to pick it up, it's about $3 and some change. I got 125 for the main story, so I mean, you'll probably have a field day with it. So it shows how she got to Nebraska. It looks like she's in Minnesota here. It didn't really end. So to get an epilogue without a actual story, it's a little odd. Trees just popped out of nowhere. That's a little weird. So I guess for a good portion of the main game you were in the car, and now this is the epilogue, so you're just walking around in the snow waiting for the bus. There's an option to get on the bus right away, but I'm pretty sure conversation is the story, so probably skip it if you don't answer the phone. I noticed the bus stop pops up every time. There's no music to fill the void for this one. This epilogue really needs some music. Walking around in the snow and just reading kind of feels more monotonous than driving with the music. I think I enjoyed that one a little bit more than this. It just feels like you're definitely being nosy in this game. Like you're picking up on somebody's conversation. Like you're sitting on that bus stop listening to them while reading. It's funny that you could steer the conversation however way you want. I guess that's the end of this chapter. You can end it early or keep it going. Well, that would be our second achievement pot for 75. Got on the wrong bus. That one was a little bit more boring than the other one, as it didn't have any music to fill the void. Uh, just a lot of text reading. Given her conversations are somewhat interesting, just not as interesting as they should be. It could have been better. It definitely could have been a lot better. We're gonna check out what else we have to do in this game so far. That might actually be it, though. So, yep, that about sums it up. It's about an hour long with everything, and I think you got a couple other ones to do. Let's see. Yeah, that's about it. We're gonna snap the achievements here and see what else we need, just to make sure and delve deeper into it. Um, Theoretically speaking, if you're just at the achievements, you could probably just skip through all the lines. We beat the game, but we read every line, so I mean, it's about an hour long. Maybe 2 hours with all the achievements and whatnot. We're gonna check here right now in a second. Alright, so we got 20 or 2 achievements so far for about 200 Gs. There's only 8 more. It looks like some of them are almost done. 20 miles out, drive the distance home, take a walk. So it looks like you just have to keep on holding the right trigger or the left trigger to keep walking and talking and driving. Um, Completing the epilogue counts as well. I think you gotta actually get on the right bus. Listen to all the songs. I think there's an extras menu. It looks like the radio is the way to do it. Looks like you gotta read through all the extra stuff. It looks like there's photography and a couple other things you can look through. The stories. Let's see here. I think this is basically based on what dialogue choices you take. Yeah, this is his whole dialogue. We already went through that. These are all his stories, I guess. So there must be extra ones. This is probably just basically more extra content for the game. A little bit more reading. So that's pretty cool. Obviously, most people will probably just skim through it. Um, we'll get into reading it. I'm not about to read a story on the stream. It'd be not too shabby for me. Just skim through them and see if something pops real fast. See if that's how you do it. You notice a little windmill comes up every time you get to the last page, so you gotta figure that's the story. Yeah, we got an achievement pop for that. So basically, you just gotta skim over for the achievement. Um, there's a think 5 extra little stories that you can read. Um, I wouldn't say there's much replay value for the game. Once you're done with it, it's done. It is on sale right now, so if you weren't willing to spend $5 on it prior, right now might be the time to maybe take the leap for that. It depending on what you're getting it for, whether it be easy achievements or if you're really into like narrative, not narrative, but like stories that you can read. Um, there's not really much to the game. It's not technically a game. I guess it would be more like a visual adventure, where you read most of the stuff. You could, like I said, skip it all if you really wanted to and hold down the right trigger and just pop the achievements if you really wanted. An easy 1000 Gs for sure. I've gotten a good couple of the achievements. I won't be getting the rest on the stream. I'll get those, on my own time. As far as what it is for $3, it's not bad, but it definitely needs work. They could have did so much more with it. There is some dialogue, there is some story there, but the minute you get into the story or the characters, it ends. So there's like not really any background to anything, and even the background sounded like it wasn't really much of background. So I don't know, it just leaves you feeling, okay, well, I got into the characters towards the end of the game and now it's just done. So the minute you start caring for the characters and the dialogue, it abruptly ends. So, I mean, the game is not too long. I would say it's about an hour tops, maybe 2 hours to complete the game, 3 hours tops if you have to listen to all the songs. I think is one of them. You could just leave that running. Obviously, that's a nice little tip there. Just leave it on and it'll run by itself. Uh, as far as the game goes, my review from Dark Silence Reviews, I give this game about a 6.25 out of 10. It's not really a game so much as it is a reading text adventure. It's more like a text. It felt more like a text adventure. Like I said before, the characters don't have enough depth to them to get too interested, and then the minute you get interested where you feel like there's going to be some depth, it's just going to abruptly end. It is on sale for $3, so I mean, if you want the achievements, it's definitely worth the achievements. I mean, it's short, it's quick, it's easy. But if you're buying it to buy it, you have to really like a lot of text reading adventures, or maybe the music, or just the art. The art stands out a lot. I like the art, but it's gonna get a little repetitive if you just keep playing it over and over again. I honestly don't think that there's more than one playthrough for the game, so I'm kind of stuck on the bars there and trying to figure out if it's really worth what it is. But like I said, from Dark Silence Reviews, 6.25. It's a solid visual adventure. If you like that kind of thing, if you're into the achievements, it's very, very easy. You could, like, anybody could complete this game without any hitches or anything like that. There was no glitches in the whole entire game, so that's definitely a plus. There's just not much replay value if you're looking for a specific kind of game. It does have its moment though. I will say it's worth at least one playthrough. It is worth at least an hour or 2 hours of your time. It's not bad, but I wouldn't say it's the greatest game in the world. Like I said, it's not technically a game. It's more of a visual adventure with music, which is pretty cool that they let you to listen to the music after, and a couple little short stories that you can read after. I popped about maybe 3 or 4 achievements, and a couple other ones are gonna pop. All you need to do is drive more and walk more and get on the right bus, I guess, and then you're done. Other than that, there's not much to it. I had to hold down the right trigger the whole time, So I mean, all you do is hold down the right trigger for about an hour, and for the walking, all you do is hold left trigger or right trigger depending on what way you want to walk. The epilogue was actually a little bit boring compared to the actual game, so you might be into the main game more than the epilogue. I wouldn't recommend playing the epilogue too much. I'm pretty sure a lot of people, by the time you get to the epilogue, you're gonna read the story, you're gonna walk around a little bit, wait for the bus, and then you're just gonna be done with the game. Aside from listening to the music for a while, and then reading those stories, and going back and driving some more and walking some more, and you're good. All in all, 6.25 Dark Science reviews. I'll have my actual review up on Twitter very soon. I will be having a website up very soon. Thank you all for watching. I hope you all enjoyed the visual adventure or experience with me. I will be uploading this to YouTube as well for any and all who missed a good segment of it. I mean, not much of a game, more of a visual adventure, like I said. If it's up your alley, it is on sale. And it isn't bad. One playthrough. It's not gonna break your wallet, and it's not gonna take too much of your time. If you're an achievement hunter and you want those achievements, easily slag that 1000 Gs without any hitches or problems. Once again, Dark Science reviews on Twitter and shortened to the point reviews on Facebook. Dark Science reviews as well on YouTube, and I will be uploading my uploading my review very shortly on Twitter as well. If you're following me, thank you for watching. Once again, 3/4 home, 6.25. Not a bad visual adventure. Thank you all for watching. Alrighty, that was the end of that song. I'll be stopping it here. Thank you all for watching once again. I got a little quiet there, but 6.25, 3/4 home, Dark Silence Reviews. Once again, thank you all for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the music slash gameplay video. I will be uploading the video on Dark Silence Reviews on YouTube, so please check me out there if you can. Happy gaming, everyone, and I hope you have a great one. Thank you all for watching.